Good morning, you guys. We just woke up on our first full day in Costa Rica, and normally I will show you guys the room before we get into it and dirty it up and put all of our clutter everywhere. But we got in late last night and we just wanted to get to bed. We were quite tired. But this is it. This is a standard room at Tirimbina, and it is nice and clean. Air conditioning works well. Just pretty basic, standard bathroom. And the really spectacular thing, in which I'll show you guys more as the days come on, but this is our view straight outside. And it is raining a little bit right now. Now, the really cool thing about this hotel is that it sits right behind this entire expanse of forest and jungle. There's trails, there's bridges, there's all kinds of stuff going on out there. We're gonna little by little take that on. Hopefully tonight I'm gonna get out and take a look. You guys are gonna see it. I'm pretty optimistic. It looks just absolutely wonderful. Okay, nice little breakfast here at Tirimbina. Apple, what do you got there?
I have some scrambled eggs and rice and beans, some sauces. I believe this is some kind of pancake. So, some yogurt, tea. Yes.
I have a bit of the same, just more of it. So it's a little bit dark here because we have some cloud cover and a little bit of moisture falling. I don't even say it's rain. It's just, you know, it's the jungle. And that's kind of like what goes on here. So just waiting for my eyes to adjust a little bit because I was in the room looking at my phone and just trying to get all my little stuff together. And now stepping outside takes my eyes a minute to adjust. But once my eyes focus, I get some of this green tea going, get the caffeine, the juices flowing and that. And then my eyes should sharpen up. And that's about it. Okay, we've got our boots. They have boots here just free to use. It's raining really bad, so we're not going to destroy our shoes right now. Apple, you found a pair that
I believe so, yes.
Okay, I think we're off. That is the Sarapiquí River, you guys.
You have to close everything tight.
So German here he runs the Mesoamerican Rescue Center. So German, if you could just say a little bit about maybe how you got started and what you do.
Well, we started 3 years ago. I used to be the driver of a hotel nearby here. So every time they call me, hey, Herman, we have an animal. Can you do something? So sometimes we have to drive 2 hours to get to a rescue center. So one day I tell my wife, why we don't do a rescue center here in Sarapiquí? And here we are. Been working for 3 years and we already see 2,200 animals and release 407. Probably, I don't know, today or tomorrow we're gonna do the 408. And
Alright.
this guy here is gonna do the releasing.
Yeah, so this is, we're going to see it all. We're going to show it all to you guys. This one is done a little bit differently. A lot of rescue centers, you know, they use it also as a form of entertainment, and, you know, they charge some admission and allow you to take photos and that sort of thing. But German's operation, they don't do that. They do all the education, and they obviously do a lot of rescues, but, you know, they're not using it to benefit themselves. They're basically just by donation only. And we're going to get a really good look over the next few days of how they operate and what they do. It'll be really interesting. Also, it's an interesting way to actually see the wildlife that you normally wouldn't see such, you know, up close and personal like that, even though the animals are being rescued because they're damaged or injured. But it's still also a good way to you know, see what animals feel like and what they look like up close. So we're going to be seeing some animals. We're headed to a fire department.
Fire department, yeah.
Yeah, and they have an injured bird, what did you say, a crested caracara?
Caracara, yeah.
Okay, so that'll be really interesting. I have an idea of what that looks like, just basically going off nature documentaries and that sort of thing, but we'll see what's going on with that.
And
then,
the good part is you never know what's going to happen today. So
yeah, true. There's you're always getting phone calls and,
yeah,
and who knows what. But this morning we took that walk into the jungle that's right behind Tirimbina, and we just wanted to kind of get our feet wet and sort of see the lay of the land and that sort of thing. And then tonight, hopefully there won't be any rain and we'll be able to get out and really check it out. I don't think it's going to be very difficult. The walk is quite easy. It's not so bad. And yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing. So we're on our way to go get this rescue bird. Okay, you guys, we are at the, looks like fire station 4-3, I guess, for Sarapiquí. And this is where they have the bird. So we're going to film the rescue here. We're going to go ahead and recover this bird. Go ahead, Apple. Go ahead. Oh, lunchtime.
Ahora que vino un hermano. Hola. Que vinieron unos.
Hola.
Johnny.
Mucho gusto.
Apple.
Daniel. Me llamo Daniel. Uno más.
okay, we've been working with the fire department, local fire department, for almost 2.5 years. What we do is like they receive the phone calls for any emergency, and they go get the animals. And our part is get the animals here and release in a safe area. So when an animal is like this one in good condition, we talk to the guy, to the vet, and he check. If everything is fine, we release in the safe area. So thanks to Victor, Johnny, and our friend. So Juan Carlos, and there's another group. So they work 24 hours, and another group another 24 hours.
Okay. And then the animals that you get from here usually are in good condition, not damaged so much?
Almost 80% of the animals are in good condition.
Okay, they're just like a nuisance animal, something that's where it's not supposed to be.
Exactly. People call from houses and snakes.
I think lots of snakes is
A lot
probably
of
a
snakes.
common call from here.
Any questions with these guys?
No, that's great. I work policía in Los Angeles. Yeah, so. Pero no hay animales, solamente personas. Problemas personas.
No hay animales. No hay animales, solo animales.
Yeah, sí.
Sí.
Okay, good. And so the bird that we're going to be rescuing is in good condition, you think?
Está en buenas condiciones.
Sí.
Ok, vamos a revisarlo.
Let's see. Apple, come over here with the camera.
Él vuela.
Es un juvenil, hey, looks good.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Ok, vamos a revisar un toquecito.
Do you want to reach in and you want me to...
¿Traigo unos guantes?
Vamos a ver si me traigo así. Ahí está.
You got it?
Got it.
You
I got
let
it.
the head go?
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, that's a cool looking bird.
Ow, ow, ow. You see?
Yeah. Has he got you somewhere else? Where he's got the other one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Careful,
Now it's my turn. Okay, good.
Okay. Looks healthy.
Yeah, good condition, I think.
Good condition. Yeah. So, it's a juvenile.
¿Quieres se los está enfermo?
No, y ahí está.
Sí, ahí está.
Se ve muy bien. Crested cara a cara. Sí.
Do you think maybe it's a juvenile that's
juvenile.
just out of the nest and not doing his natural things so well yet?
And probably somebody calls you because found it. ¿Cómo la encontraron?
En apariencia está llegando a la casa del señor.
Ok.
Entonces él lo que hizo fue que lo trató de capturar para entregarlo.
So this one came to a house regularly. So the guy called these guys and they went there.
Were they feeding it at the house or something?
No.
No? It
No.
just was hanging around.
Está para tomar una foto para subirla en el RSU, man.
Ya lo tomé.
Ya, ahí está.
Ya.
Estoy grabándolo.
¿Qué le iba a decir yo?
Ahí tengo la
La
constancia
boleta,
también.
sí.
Ah, chido, aquel, mejor.
Seguro, no, después yo jalé hacia ustedes. Lo mismo.
No, pero es más seguro que yo en eso.
Más seguro que
Es que esté más grande.
Muy buen trabajo. Muy buen trabajo de los bomberos. Very good job. Okay, here it is. So this is the place where we do the rescue, the ubication, the animal, if it's now is a caracara or is a reptile or something. The person who is calling to do the rescue, and the classification, if it's red, yellow, or green. Green means like looks good. So now the vet is going to sign here, and Mesoamerican Rescue Center, the vet, the biology guy, and the SINAC is from the government. So this paper, it's 1, 2, and 3. So 1 for the fire department, 1 for Mesoamerican Rescue Center, and from the government.
For the government, yep.
So this idea becomes together with these guys, so we make sure where the animal came and where the animal goes to make sure it's going to be released.
Yeah,
No
accountability, sure.
Yeah.
So it doesn't end up on display at some zoo or something.
Some zoo or
Yeah.
some, yeah.
The circus.
Sí, señor.
Right, understand. All right, very good. So we're still at the fire station, and this fireman is explaining to us how like all the standards and training are U.S. standards. The equipment is U.S. equipment. The trucks are the same. He's taking us through the unit here, the engine, and he's showing us all the different tools that they use. And apparently all this stuff, I mean, you can see all the brand names. Like these are what I would assume would be the same brand names that the fire departments would use in the United States. But this is different. I'm sure that the fire trucks in the big city do not have snake hooks and grabbers mounted on their engine, on their unit. That's pretty cool. I had to get some video of that. But they have the generators and the things for the car accidents and everything. But it definitely seems like most of the calls that these guys are getting are going to be for animal rescues, nuisance animals like you just saw right here. But that's very interesting. He's kind of taking us around, showing us all this stuff. They're very proud of the equipment and the level of their training and the standards and stuff. And it's pretty interesting. Apparently they just built a brand new facility just down the road a little bit. It's not quite ready yet, but they're saying that if we do come back for a future visit, which I'm sure we will, they said you're going to come and visit us at the new facility, something new.
If you want to see the
Unos trajes para
Oh, that's the bee suit, yeah. They get a lot of calls for bees, nuisance bees, and so they've devised some homemade equipment and style to rescue the bees using a shop vac, where they can actually get the bees into a bucket and then release the bees rather than just spraying them all down and killing everything. Really cool. Okay, yeah.
Aquí está.
este es el sistema.
So they get in when they have a bee call, they get in the bee suit to protect themselves. They hook up the shop vac to this bucket here, and they basically just suction all the bees right into the box.
Y luego para liberarlas, nosotros nada más las liberamos y ellas salen.
And let it go. And oh, that's pretty cool. The people here are really thinking. It's different environments, so you're going to encounter a lot of different situations, scenarios, and problems and stuff. But these guys don't have to do any of this stuff. The fire department doesn't have to be responding and rescuing animals. They don't have to be rescuing bees, but nobody knows who to call, so they call the fire department, of course, and then they're working with German also to do the right thing once they get the animals in their possession. So it's very interesting. But we're here in the middle of the jungle too, so you got to figure there's going to be maybe not so many fire calls, but a lot of animal calls here in the jungle. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's cool. So we're going to try some coffee here. This is supposed to be the best coffee in the world. It's not really espresso and not really like your normal just coffee. Kind of in the between. They call it cafe intermedio. And so this is German's project. His project also working together, right? He's actually a barista, so he has some background in coffee, and he's gonna make us a cup. Apple and I, we're not really coffee drinkers, but of course we know what coffee tastes like. We need the energy more than anything right now, so I'm actually really interested to try this and see what it tastes like. It's supposed to be kind of different, so we'll let you know what it tastes like. Right, Apple?
Yes.
Yeah. Apple's very sensitive to caffeine, so we'll see how she's acting after we drink
my
it.
God.
So he has it down to precisely to the degree of the water, the hot water, how long it has to sit, how he has to pour it, let the oxygen get in there some kind of way. It's very, very precise. This is an art that I really didn't know anything about, but if he said it in English, I would know more about it, but I got the gist of it.
Very strong.
You think it's strong?
Yes. For my opinion, not a coffee person.
It's strong, but not too strong.
Right.
Yeah, it's good. It's very good.
It feels like drinking medicine, some kind of medicine.
Like an herbal thing.
Yeah, herbal thing.
Okay, so now they broke out something very special. This is like something made from coffee. It's fermented like a kind of like a Kahlua almost. It's a liqueur, I guess you could say. Apple, we each have one.
Yes.
Okay, cheers. Ah, that's very good. Don't worry. It's not that strong, you guys,
Killing my throat.
but it's good. It's really good. The guy makes
You're
it
not
here. It's
driving.
homemade.
It's okay.
Yeah, and I'm not driving either. We're only going to be playing with venomous snakes later tonight, so it's no problem. All right, that was really good. And we're really enjoying this coffee, and I'm starting to feel a little bit of caffeine, so now our eyes will be a little bit more open for the rest of today's video. Okay, you guys, it's our first night out in Sarapiquí. We're going to be looking for, well, you know, I don't even need to say it. If you remember earlier, this is the hanging bridge that we walked on during the day. So this evening, back across the hanging bridge, and then we're out. Weather is perfect. Rained already this morning, and now it seems perfect. It's dry. There's no moisture, just humidity, and that's it. And the darkness is all we need. It's the key ingredient, and we feel lucky. You said you feel something special, right?
I feel something.
You feel some energy. I feel it too. I'm actually really excited. So let's go do this. Okay, you guys, so here is the first snake of the night. Behind me, we just barely got off the hanging bridge, and this is a snail eater. It's a baby. Look at that. Just a little hatchling. These are not big snakes anyway, but wow, this one is very, very small. Very young animal. Okay, and there's a bunch of ants around here, so I want to let this guy go away from the ants. And let him go on about his business. There you go.
Look at the frogs.
What you got?
I think there's a red-eyed tree frog.
Oh, it sure is. Red-eyed tree frog.
Nice. Good job, Abu.
Thank you.
E5.
The national frog of Costa Rica.
Sí. Pura vida.
We got t-shirts.
Muy buen trabajo.
All right, you guys, so we haven't found any more snakes, but we're finding lots of amphibians and, of course, always tons of inverts, lots of insects here in the jungle. Any jungle around the world, you're always guaranteed to see insects. This one is really incredible to me. One of the most cryptic ones that you could ever come across. It's a katydid. It looks just like a dead leaf. Unbelievable. I saw it up on the top, really high up on the tree, and I tried to get it down with the end of my snake hook, the grip end, and rather than me able to convince it to get on it, it just jumped right at my face. But it did land right on this tree trunk, and it's unbelievable. Okay, you guys, we got a little bit lost. We've been hiking for a long time. Paying attention to my GPS watch, it seems like it's saving the day again, like I've mentioned before. But Apple almost stepped on this little fer-de-lance. Now we have rain boots on, so nothing would have happened to us, but the little poor snake would have probably gotten squished a little bit. But that is a baby fer-de-lance. So you can see these guys are actually very, very fast. But this little guy can't do anything through these big rubber boots. But he's very, very small. All right, well, that was only, what, more than 4 hours of walking, and we finally found a little fer-de-lance. So I will let him go about his way. There's nobody out here. We are pretty far out. Let me have the camera.